Lies of P review, my fair review. Another Souls-like in the open sea of Souls-likes now. This genre is becoming even more annoying than roguelites now. So, is it a AA or AAA? Even I can't tell anymore. Maybe it's a new genre we're looking at here at. Jokes aside now. Well, here I am playing another one. Since I played them all in my life, no reason to skip Lies of P. Played, finished, veni vidi vici. Now let's rate Lies of P properly as it deserves. First section is the story. Fairy tale of Pinocchio, Carlo and Geppetto turned into a horror tragedy. You're a puppet trying to save the city of Krat from murderous puppets and a spreading disease. That's the story in short, without spoilers. It is far more complicated than that, by the way. Story is described through mini cutscenes, conversations with NPCs, and of course classic Souls-like storytelling through item descriptions. I'll be honest here, story is really good. The game has that specific atmosphere, and even though it's highly depressing, I truly believe it's one of the best stories in a Souls-like history. It is far less confusing than all From Software storylines and still mysterious enough to keep you hooked till the very end. 9 out of 10 for the story. Next section is game bugs and optimization. For a brand new game, it's amazing. Zero bugs, zero glitches, optimized to perfection with very fast loading screens. Lies of P is also very kind to your PC. It never overheats yet, even on ultra settings. Response on gamepad is solid, and overall I can say it's a very smooth game that's actually finished on its day one release. It's a rare thing to have a finished game these days. 10 out of 10 for game bugs and optimization. Next section would be game time. It took me exactly 40 hours to 100% this one, and that's without New Game Plus, mind you. If you really want to see it all, this is easily a 70 hours plus long game. Campaign is just huge and you have a feeling that the game never ends. The main problem I have with the game is its price, 50 to 60 bucks, depends what country you're from, but still that's a lot for a AA title. It is free to play on a Game Pass, and that's a huge plus. Is it game worth it 50 or 60? No, this is 30 to 40 bucks game, and that's a reality. Replay value is there, 10 out of 10 for the game time. Next section would be game difficulty. This is easily one of the hardest Souls-likes in history. It's harder than any From Software game, and developers are already nerfing difficulty with upcoming patches. Vanilla version of this game was really hard. Now the game is a bit easier with all of the patching. Game relies on a parry system, a lot. You know, parry from Sekiro mechanic, and the main problem is late response on controls, so a lot of things can mess you up and get you killed. Even with that aside, bosses are brutal. Some of them are the hardest ever in Souls-like history, and even classic mobs or elite mobs can easily kill you if you lose your focus for 2 seconds. Bottom line is, this is a very hard game intended for Souls veterans. It is not the game for newcomers. Having no option to play on easier mod is why I'll give this game a bit lower rate. I enjoyed its difficulty, but I'm fully aware that a lot of people will not get the same vibe as I did. 8 out of 10 for the game difficulty. Next section would be maps and graphics. City of Krat reminds me a lot on Lord Run from Dark Souls 1. Not in the atmosphere, but how every single area is connected and interplexed into one huge sandbox. Krat is mesmerizing, dark and beautiful place to explore. And Hotel Krat is one of the best main hubs I've seen in a Souls-like history. Amazing map design, full to the brim with secrets, hidden passages and shortcuts. Wet dream for the fans of the genre. What's not good are graphics, or should I say shadows. Lies of P has one of the worst shadows I've seen in a genre. Everything is bright in this game. Even in complete darkness you have a feeling like it's daylight. Light sources and shadows are broken. They're just bad. If they were better, I would easily give it 10 out of 10, but alas, that's not the case, and a dark game becomes cartoonish game. 8 out of 10 for maps and graphics. Next section would be gameplay. People are saying how it's Sekiro meets Bloodborne, and I agree, but I must also add that Lies of P is Sekiro meets Bloodborne with Bioshock atmosphere. I see a lot of Bioshock in this game. It's like if Bioshock turned from FPS to Soulslike, you get Lies of P as a result. You know that atmosphere, weird NPCs, weird quests, weird sound effects and vibe of Bioshock, well, it's there. Lies of P has that. So gameplay is classic dodge, parry, block, roll, hit, use weapon skills, learn your enemy and exploit his weakness, use some spells with your Sekiro arm, and that's it. Nothing innovative in Lies of P, it's what you would expect from a Souls-like in every single aspect there is. What's important is that the game is fun and it respects the genre. 8 out of 10 for the gameplay. Next section would be leveling and itemization. Bunch of things to do in Lies of P. Upgrade your arm, upgrade your attributes, play in tons of different ways, depends on the weapon you wield of course. Weapon upgrades are there, amulets are there, outfits are there, shop unlocks are there, boss items are there. Everything that exists in From Software Souls is there in Lies of P. Classic consumables, raise health, raise stamina, raise damage, and the addition of huge skill tree that will further enhance your moves. Stagger enemies for a longer period of time, deal more damage on executions, have more flasks available, get more souls from killing enemies, or should I say ergo? That's your main currency, by the way, it's ergo, it's not souls. Without spoiling way too much, there are a lot of things to level and upgrade in the game. You'll always upgrade something when you visit Hotel Krat, and you'll upgrade non-stop, and you'll visit non-stop. 9 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. Next section would be NPCs and Enemies. Memorable NPCs in a game and memorable bosses as well. Charming game, I must add, really charming. Same can be said about classic enemies, or should I say, different type of puppets and monstrosities in the city of Krat. Enemy variety is huge, by the way. There are at least 20 bosses in a game as well. NPCs are very unique, from Geppetto to Venini and other puppets. Enemy AI is very good as well. I have nothing bad to say about the game. Now you add a lot of different endings on top of it all, it's easily 9 out of 10 for the NPCs and Enemies. The last section would be music and sound. Every single line of text is voice acted and voice acting is very good. Music is amazing, atmospheric music, sound effects are ground solid as well. 9 out of 10 for music and sound. Final verdict. We got 80 points in 9 sections and that would be 8.9 out of 10 for the Lies of P. This Souls-like is by far one of the best copycats in a Souls-like history. It only lacked money and a bigger studio to become a legendary game. Idea is there, potential is there. It is a great game after all. I played all copycats in the genre, from old Lords of the Fallen to the Surge and tons of indie Souls-like as well. Lies of P wipes the floor with all of them. The only better Souls-like is the new Lords of the Fallen. It is by far the most pleasant surprise of 2023 and by far the best game that came out during summer. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.